I'm back.
Classic, classic, classic. Classic, classic, classic. Classic, classic, classic. Classic.
Yes, I am. I am back, and I'm so sorry about my long delay. I have to say, I was pretty busy with school and homework and projects. Yeah, it's kind of a bad excuse because there were so many days I could have done videos, but anyway, I am back. I'm full on committed. So sorry about my camera being tilted in that weird position, but it's the only good position that I have that I can do. Anyway, so in this video, I'm going to talk about my very first project that I have ever done. My very first practicum project. And those that don't know, I am a BFA student. Well, I just got into the BFA program and I am majoring in producing. But my first practicum project, sorry, I thought there was something on my lips. I did casting director. I was a casting director, and oh my God, it just not the best first experience. It's a long story, and I don't want to bore you guys with it, but it was stressful. So I had the class, and it's called Advanced Casting Directing, Cast Directing, and Casting Directing, Cast Directing, Advanced Casting Director. Oh my God. So what we did was we knew that we had to work on a practicum film to and cast them. So we were partnered up, and I was with a girl, and we got along really well. We had similar tastes and similar thoughts and feelings, which is good. It started like around mid-February, and we didn't get to choose the project. It was like literally like assigned to us. So that was a disappointment because I was hoping that we could choose, but oh well. So it started like around mid-February when we were introduced to the director and all that. So we started out like a normal pace, finding like actors and all that. And our goal was to like have a final casting by the end of March. And so we did callback, like the first round we did callbacks and all that. Then we did a second round of new actors because we didn't think the first round was strong enough. And we did callbacks, and there were like good actors that we thought, well, my casting director and I thought were like really strong. And problem is that the director and the producer didn't think so. It was hard for us to say what we thought to them, and then the communication was kind of weak. I mean, we didn't have trouble communicating with them. It was them communicating with us. And communication is really important for us for film, and especially casting, and then like setting deadlines for the director and producer about casting. The number one problem was when we choose, pretend that actor's name is Bob, and we like Bob, and we want Bob. We have to actually get approval from the teachers, from the faculty, and which is like the most, I think it's the most stupid thing I've ever heard. I'm like, why can't the students, the director and the producer confirm and approve it, and the casting, and then like they learn like from the mistakes, if it's successful, if it's not successful, and all that. I really don't get the point of having the faculty, the teachers' approval. And that was like probably the biggest obstacle besides the communication. So it was near the end of March, and we're like, this is not going to be done, like the final casting. And like all the actors that the director and the producer wanted are not the choices that my casting director and I thought, because we thought like they're not good enough, they're not good enough for the role, they don't have the characteristics, the personality that we thought will be helpful for the film. So it was really hard. So we asked them to relook at some like original first actors, because they just want us to do a new wave of new actors. I'm like, we don't have to do that, just look at these actors that we have. So they relooked, and we suggested these two actors because overall the story has two lead male characters and then one child character. And they're like, okay, we actually like them. I'm like, yeah, told you so. Ha! He's right. Girls rule. Anyway, so that was done. The biggest problem, and we got the teacher's approval. The biggest problem was casting a kid actor. My casting director and I picked like this one kid. There's one kid actor. This is not his real name, but for to protect his profile, I'm just gonna call him person A. I'm gonna call him A. So we liked A, and we thought, and A was more like a theater actor, but like his theater experience, when I looked at his resume, had like a lot of like range of like and deep kind of characters. So I thought maybe this kid would do it. So we called him back a third time and had him do a chemistry test with another actor that we thought at first we thought was good for another role. Anyway, I don't want to mention that. And the director and producer, we thought about it, like bringing him back on the table, because at first they didn't like him at all. And we're like, of all the kid actors that we auditioned, which was about maybe 8, he was the best shot. And the director thought it was the easy way out. And I'm like, this is not the easy way. This is not the safe route. I hate it when people say it's a safe route. I'm like, I don't get why they're saying it's a safe route. This story is a dark story. A very dark, emotional, brother-to-brother bond story. And this kid can really bring it with the emotion. And I don't know why you think it's an easy way out. Can you do it? If you can't do it, then don't say it's an easy way out. So they wanted us to try to find more kid actors. And then so April came up, and we're like, okay, we volunteered to do extra work. So because we're supposed to be done doing casting the last day of our class, which was the end of March. So we're like, okay, we'll volunteer and do some extra work. So we tried to find more kids, and we found maybe 2, and they were okay. They weren't the best. So then it was like maybe the second week that the director and producer are like, okay, let's just do kid actor A. So we had to submit that to the teachers. the teachers are like, no. And I'm like, it's really hard on how the teachers are kind of pushing us. I'm like, what do you expect us to do? I mean, we're trying to find a kid actor who's willing to skip school, doing an unpaid job, and is still talented enough to like do the part. It's funny because the kid actor that they like, my casting director and I don't like, because we thought he doesn't have the capability of doing it. And I don't know. So this is so unprofessional. So then the director and the producer gave us an option about if we want to like leave the project. And when I mean leave, I mean like they meaning like in a nice, very nice way, because they're like, we get it, you have other work, and I do have other work. I have another project to work on, and my casting director has another practicum to work on, and so we said, yeah, I'm sorry, but we can't do it. And then like the way they were kind of like treating us, we're like, yeah, definitely not, yeah. So last week, which was like I think the 3rd week of April, they were still doing casting, and literally we're like, oh my god, that is so unprofessional, because we shoot on April 19th. So we literally have like 5 days until shooting, and they're still looking. They even looked on the very last minute, like on the second to last day. They had an audition, and then they told me that they finally picked one. And this kid, I mean, I saw him and his callback and all that. It's okay. He's not. What I'm worried about is his ability to get in that dark kind of place, which can be a struggle. It's hard for a kid to like act that kind of a dark emotion, and I get it, but it's just, if you really want, and then like you also want the little brother to almost look like the older brother, which he doesn't really look like it, but good enough. But I don't know. This is like literally a sum up. I mean, there are deep details. I just don't want to do an hour of complaining, and going foot by foot, day by day, because I don't want to bore you guys, because that's blah. So yeah, so they started shooting on the 19th. I don't know how it's going. I kind of don't care. I'm just glad it's done. And yeah, thanks to me and my casting director, they wouldn't have the two grown-up adult actors. They wouldn't have them at all, because they passed them. They said no to them, and we're the ones who introduced them to them. They gave us credit for only reintroducing one of them, and we're like, no, we did both of them, 2 of them, and we're the ones who we introduced you to 2 of them. So I don't know. I'm kind of interested to see how this how the film the final film, and I mean, at least I'm getting credit. It will be my first credit on IMDb. I really kind of wish this wasn't my first experience. I kind of pictured it more like lighthearted. I think like the problem is that the casting directing should start a lot earlier, or like if they do like pretend casting in the spring, and like class starts in the spring semester, maybe cast for like the fall practicums, not the practicums that are going on that semester. I think that was the most challenging thing, and I think that was reason because we need time. Like we only had like maybe a month and a half of casting, and it takes time to do casting, even for a student film, even for a short film. It takes time, and I don't know. So thank you for listening to my short story. Trust me, I do have a longer one, but again, I do not want to bore you. But I'm glad that's over again. And then I'm also line producing for another. It's not a practicum film. It's a cinematography. Blah blah. It's a DP2 class that I'm LPing, line producing, and this one is also a pain in the butt. There has been a lot of conflicts going on, and yeah, I just can't wait to go home. Honestly, I've been saying this to like all my classes that I can't wait to go home, and I'm actually going home on May 1st. Woo woo. My original plan was leaving on the 14th, but I'm like, no, I can't stay 4 more weeks here. Because I've been doing the exact same thing, like 24/7. I've been like eating, homework, walking, getting some sort of exercise. Mother Nature hates me. Like literally, like I'm not joking. Even my friend can be a witness. Like whenever I go out to do my exercise walk, it's like cloudy, yucky, and then when I decide to come back home here in my apartment, it's all sunny and no clouds in the sky and stuff. I'm like, what's going on? And then it's like, yeah. And then like when I see the sun is out, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go on a walk because it's all sunny, it's all warm. I go out and then clouds. So Mother Nature loves me. So yeah. So again, apologies for the long delay. I promise since now it's gonna be summer, I'm hoping to do more videos, and I will be talking more about classic films, and yeah, thank you for listening. I don't think I have anything else to tell you. If you want to learn more about like the details, I mean, you could always comment below and ask me any questions, especially those who are planning to be a film student. I would love to give you some experience. Remember, I only have one little experience, but I do want to do casting again. I think it's really fun and I love it, and I get to meet actors too. So alright, thank you so much. I will see you soon. Chill. Classic movies.